Welcome to our first Global Education and Skills Forum.
Education is crucial in our attempt to develop global understanding, build positive international relationships, dispel stereotypical attitudes, and nurture new ways of thinking.
If we do not develop our human capital, then it's not merely that our society is poorer and individuals don't get the opportunities they need. Today's economy depends on educating people to be creative and to innovate. That's how economies succeed today.
It's a very wonderful chance to share ideas with many educators from all around the world.
Learn more about private education worldwide.
There's a lot to learn about international experience with public-private partnerships specifically, but also more generally about education reform.
We know that there are 250 million children who today cannot read or write. We know that there are almost 1 billion people who are illiterate. And we also know that today, not tomorrow, today, we need 1.2 million new teachers. When we talk about public-private partnerships, when we speak about meeting challenges together, this is what we're speaking about.
One of the great good news stories is the explosive rise in non-governmental organizations that are trying to provide the cement for these public-private partnerships. This whole effort in education and health and development and fighting climate change is sweeping the world. It's actually caused us, I think, to rethink our whole idea of good citizenship in the 21st century world.
We are here because we are all unified in our belief that education represents the most significant challenge that we must overcome if we are to address and solve the world's most pressing problems.
I'm pleased that this forum is one of the first major events being organized under the United Nations Secretary General's Global Education First initiative.
Public-private partnerships are the future of almost everything. Working with others and partnering with them, whether civil society, whether government, private sector, those are the kinds of messages and initiatives I think that are critical for prosperity and success.
People really want to hear practical market-driven solutions, and I think that that's what I hope will be really furthered by this forum.
But more and more, I think, focus and investments will go into online learning because of their ability to reach and the ability to be flexible.
With the private sector and the public sector together, we can bring in much more innovation.
Education and skills are at the heart of the development of every country.
The education is the key to a sustainable future of Burundi.
Look, it's a tremendous honour to be invited to such a forum. It's incredibly important. To solve educational issues of this magnitude, we need everyone involved.
And so opportunities like this enable me to reach out to people in the corporate sector and other governments. And also there's a lot to learn from technological advancements in education.
The goal of hosting this forum was to bring together experts from around the world to share new ideas and strategies so that the children of the world have access to a quality education, which in turn improve their employability and enable the communities to be safer and more prosperous.
Will you be able to educate your people? You know, we're all in a kind of education race. There's no arms race anymore. There's a skills race, there's an education race. And to come here, especially to Dubai, and to see what is going on at this conference, it's a fascinating window into this world that is so crucial to the future.
This conference is enabling us to share best practice in how we dramatically improve education standards and extend to the great majority of young people the education which has in the past only been available to a small elite minority.
The mere existence of this forum is a recognition of shortcomings, of a failure to recognize that in the increasingly complex landscape of education policy, there is no one solution.
But more than ever, the sheer variety of input at this conference is sufficient cause for a lot of hope.
For us in India, this is not just an education challenge. It is not just a demographic opportunity. It is a national security obligation. If we don't get it right, we face disaster. If we get it right, we transform our society and, I believe, the world.
The future lies in partnership. Today, there is no reason to have these strict demarcations between the public sector, private sector, and voluntary sector. Meeting challenges together is exactly right. That's the future, meeting them together.
We are just beginning what I am convinced will be a very exciting story throughout the 21st century, and I thank all of you for your dedication to its success.